What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show for Monday's DraftKings Main Slate. Just 6 games here, Grande, on the Monday, starting at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We do have Sacramento. Athletics are home here against Minnesota. No Coors, though. No Tampa Bay. We have Cincinnati at home with Milwaukee taking on them there. So a couple of favorable ballparks for some hitting. One pitcher up over $10,000, and Joe Ryan is in that environment in Sacramento against the A's. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing well.
Doing well. All right, that's good here. 6 games, like we said. Joe Ryan is your $10,000 pitcher. Logan Webb at home against the Padres. Flaherty at $9,000 against the White Sox. How hesitant would you be to pitch a Joe Ryan in Sacramento? He did fare well in Tampa Bay in his last start. He's obviously been one of the better pitchers in the American League to this point in the year. Do you have any concerns with this road start for him?
No, he's just really good. Not a lot of worry. The home runs probably will be there, but I'd be willing to play 10K Joe Ryan.
Yeah, they did have Tyler Soderstrom awakened a little bit over the weekend, but Ryan still on a smaller slate. Kind of the cream of the crop here. We'll talk about some of the value plays that are obviously on the slate, but Logan Webb versus the Padres at 97, then Flaherty gets the White Sox. We talked about the White Sox being a bit of a pesky offense, more so of late. Flaherty finally putting together a couple of back-to-back strong starts against San Francisco and Cleveland. Do you see him being one of the more popular options for this one?
Yeah, the popular option.
The popular option. Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, it seems like the White Sox, their offense kind of runs through. If Miguel Vargas is having a good day, maybe their offense is having a good day. If Topman obviously leading or hitting second still for them here. But for overall, a team that is dead last in WOBA against right-handed pitching, 23% strikeout rates, top 10 against right-handed pitching. So certainly a good spot. Hopefully he keeps the walks at bay for Jack Flaherty there. Any concerns for Logan Webb against the Padres? You've kind of talked about how the Padres offense, name talent up at the top, but not a lot of bite to that lineup.
Yeah, they've definitely sputtered since the start of the year. No, I don't have much concern with any of the top 3 because there's nothing else that I'm confidently willing to pitch.
Yeah.
So just by default, I feel like having interest in the top 3 is just where I'm struggling to look at someone and be like, yes, I want to pitch this other pitcher.
Right.
So
Severino might be that guy, but his home road splits are what you'd expect for a pitcher whose home ballpark is in Sacramento. 0.87 road ERA in 5 games for Severino. 6.20 ERA at home. Only 4 homers allowed, which maybe is a little surprising. 28 earned runs, though, in 40 innings at home this season. Faced the Angels, actually pitched pretty well at home, got rocked by the Yankees, beat up by Seattle, the White Sox, okay. These 2 starts here, Cubs, Padres. If I had to pick one guy, it would probably be Severino, but you can't go Richard Fitz. They've already said that he's going to be piggybacked with Hunter Dobbins. So he's not going to pitch deep enough. Cannon versus Detroit, Ty Anderson. Does he keep it together against Boston? Brady Singer's at home in this start. So I think Severino's the dart I'd throw. And otherwise, I'm looking to build a lineup with 2 of the top 3, kind of like you are.
I largely agree. I'd be interested to see where the strikeouts have come from with Dustin May, because there's been a lot of them lately. Sure. And obviously the Angels, we don't need to dive too much into that. They lead baseball in strikeout rate against righties. Yeah. But he's pitched well twice against Arizona in 2 of his last 4 starts. They are the top team, or one of the top 3 teams in every offensive category is righties. In Cleveland, an offense that's like mediocre but doesn't strike out a lot, 9 strikeouts. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a guy who has unbelievable run on all of his pitches, unbelievable movement, hasn't been able to really put it together. And now he's, because of like this stretch, he's now over a strikeout per inning.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Mets are like a good offense, and their top 3 hitters all homered on Sunday. Soto's homered in back-to-back games. He looks better. Lindor homers, has hit a bunch of home runs. Alonso obviously been great.
I
So
think he double donged recently too, didn't he, Lindor? So
yeah, double donged on the Friday slate.
yeah.
So that would probably be the only other name that I'd go to. Those home run splits for Severino scare the crap out of me for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I mean, obviously the strikeout numbers recently for May, like you said, last year didn't pitch at all. The year before that, he had the 9 starts in 2023 with a 6K per 9, had an 8.7K per 9, 6 starts in 2022. Did come out pumping in 2021, 13K per 9 and 5 starts. They're only 23 innings though, so 4.5, innings per outing there. So, but yeah, pitching is going to be pretty interesting. Ownership is probably going to be pretty heavy up at the top there. Smaller slate, so the catchers figure out who's going to be in or out of the lineups. Narvaez maybe against Anderson at $3,500. I think Boston at home against Anderson could be a little bit of a popular play.
Probably. Tyler Anderson's been bad against lefties specifically this year, so that's what Boston features basically without Alex Bregman. At least their top 2 are from the left side. So like the Narvaez call. Obviously, if Rushing plays, Cuero plays, if Darno plays at 2,600, all those guys are interesting.
Yeah, Rushing hit his first home run the other day, so off a position player. Those things happen there. First base then. Ohtani and Freeman get Blackburn making his season debut. Alonso against May. Torkelson gets Cannon up here. Wilmer Flores. Rhys Hoskins has been really good. Gets the ballpark upgrade in Cincinnati. Soderstrom and Araz round out your 4K range. Obviously, the Dodgers guys are going to always be in play here. Any other favorite targets of that top group?
I mean, I like Dustin May. I also like Pete Alonso quite a bit. Pete Alonso's been awesome all year. So you could play Alonso. Torque has also just been great from home run, extra base hit, run production standpoint.
Yeah.
And then we knew Kolek was going to get rocked. I don't love Wilmer here, but he is hitting in a premium spot in their lineup against a pitcher that we kind of expected to pitch poorly eventually, and he did. So that would probably be the other direction I'd go.
Yeah, and I think wasn't Wilmer actually hitting righties fairly well this year too? Trying to pull up his splits here. 261 righties, 226 lefties. So this year is kind of a bit of an anomaly for him. 157 ISO against right-handed pitching. Last year was 094. Slugging percentage 418. Last year was 291. So a big upgrade for Wilmer this year against right-handed pitching, kind of leading some of that for him. Steer at home against Savale. Miguel Vargas. If you're not buying the Severino splits, I mean, you have Ty France here. Colt Keith versus Cannon's 3K. Abraham Toro. I know we joked about it. I think it was on the Friday slate. Bender kind of popped in our chat there. He's been good.
It's been good.
He's $2,800.
Where do they hit him when he bats from the right side? Because I know when he's been hit like 4th again on Sunday.
Let's see here. Red Sox lineups versus a lefty. When was the last time they faced a lefty? I guess is the question. They haven't faced a lefty in their last 6 games, so I'm not sure where he would be in that lineup. I'm trying to see what we got here. When was the last time they faced a lefty? Patrick Valley, Peralta. Has it been that long since they faced a lefty?
Feels pretty long.
I know they face a lot of lefties this week. It's one of the reasons they called him Nate Eaton over Roman Anthony.
I saw.
Is because they are facing a good amount of lefties. Let's see. Do we have a split here? He might not have even been on the. Let's see. MLB lineups. I'm trying to find a historical lineup page, but I can't even go back that far to see.
Has he even played? He hasn't even. How many at bats does he even have as a lefty? Or as a righty? I mean,
that's another good question. I'm not sure. Batting order. They got him. So this has him projected hitting 6th versus lefty.
Okay. He's had nine at bats. He's had 9 at bats against lefty this year.
524 and 523. They faced Rogers and Povich, and he wasn't in either lineup.
I also just saw Romy Gonzalez was at AAA on Sunday. So
yeah, he could be getting.
He could be per MLB.com could be activated as early as Monday.
Yeah, they used Sogard at first base.
Okay, so that's what they'll do. They'll play Romy, or Sogard.
Yeah, Sogard will probably be the one that gets sent down for Romy.
Well, just dependent. We'll just. He already got sent down on Sunday.
Sogard did. All right.
Yes, he's done.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, so Romy Gonzalez is $3,500.
Where is Eaton gonna play?
Outfield, I guess. Romy this year, we talked about it. Him and Ref Snyder were the lefty duos there. Yes, Cat. I know. 263 average for Romy this year. Actually, the numbers have kind of dipped for Romy Gonzalez versus lefties. They were strong earlier this year. Last year, he had a 216 ISO. It's only a 053 ISO right now. So maybe he started to slump a little bit after his hot start there versus left-handed pitching. But I would agree with you. We'd probably see Romy Gonzalez in the lineup there. But 3,500 feels a little bit too much for where I'd want to play him.
Agreed.
Okay. Second base position. Terang, $4,600. Gleyber's $45. Hyesung Kim's $3,900. Got him and Edmund, $4K and $3,900 there. Your boy Cody Clemens gets Severino at home here. Lefty versus Severino, maybe.
Yeah, he struggled a little tough stretch in Seattle, but
he is Cody Clemens. So
he is Cody Clemens. He
did homer the day we touted him though. So
he did. He sure did. Super low ownership in that day too. Tommy Edmonds had a sick series against the Yankees.
Yeah.
So everyone did up until Sunday's game, but he homered again on Sunday. So
who pitched for the Yanks on Sunday?
Ryan Yarbrough.
Got it. I see. I saw that Rice homered off Yamamoto, and I was like, on my bench. Willie Castro, got him.
It's been great.
As a play against Severino here as well. Lee's 3K.
Colt Keith
here got a second base eligibility back. Shout out that. Anything else?
Lennon Sosa. Jack Flaherty looked great in his last start, but I'm not willing to call him back after one good start.
All right. Third base then. Devers, $5,100 has the Anderson matchup. Probably not going to go Machado versus Webb. We've talked Flores already. Chapman's got that same spot. Moncada, go back to Boston. Had some power, homered over the weekend. $4,100 for him. We'll get the Fitz-Dobbins combo in this one. Cora said that they'll decide what to do after this game with those two. So I don't know what that means. They both pitched really well. They both deserve probably to be in the rotation at some point, but
Well, when you got Tanner Houck on the cusp of returning, you always got to fit him into the mix.
Woo, Kenner traded Newcomb to the A's, so got to open up them.
Also true.
Muncy double donged again. You said everybody kind of had their cake against the Yankees.
He also homered on Sunday.
Yeah, so you got him at $3,800 if you think he's seen the ball well back at home here against Blackburn.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot. Blackburn hasn't pitched all year.
Yeah. So. Beatty hit 5th today. Said May.
Are we just over Royce Lewis? He doesn't know how to hit anymore.
I mean, like this would be the spot potentially, but I mean, dude, what is happening? What is happening?
Know.
He has a ton of power though, so this ballpark could jumpstart that.
Yep.
Mayer's lefty. There's a chance Mayer doesn't play in this game. There's a chance they go Toro at 3rd or Romy at 3rd in this game and give Mayer a breather against a lefty at $2,900.
He's made 3. Nate Eaton, who's 2K, has played 2nd, 3rd, and short, as well as the outfield.
Yeah.
So he has played 6 separate positions this year. So he could also play.
Could be an Nate Eaton debut. They did say because obviously Red Sox Twitter was ablaze.
Yeah.
When Nate got called up and not Roman Anthony, and basically it was like the Red Sox face Anderson on Monday, Kikuchi on Tuesday, like it just and then like a couple of lefties in their next series after the Angels as well. So they're just like calling up Roman Anthony now when he's going to face like 5 lefties in a week doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. At least that's what they're trying to force feed us. So sure. All right, we'll see if Eaton's in the lineup again. I think Red Sox stack could be pretty popular here. Shortstop, Ellie hit a ball. Sad day for Ellie, by the way. I don't know if you saw. And I guess I should confirm if this was even correct or not. But that he had a death in his family.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Yeah, someone said his sister passed away.
Oh, that's awful, dude. What?
Yes, Chicago's Tribune Sports, Cincinnati Star, Ellie De Cruz homered after learning the death of his sister. So
that is horrible.
Yeah, not to make light of that, definitely horrible. But he played today, homered today. After finding out that his sister had passed away. Terrible.
Feels like a potential to not play here. I'm not gonna try
Can't
to
speculate,
even,
obviously.
Not speculating.
Yeah, but obviously, can't imagine what he's going through there. He has $6,000. He is at home. It is a good matchup against Savale if he's in the lineup. Certainly a good spot to use him. Lindor 56. Nato is basically the epitome of the oh my god, Jack just got called up.
Mm-hmm. He sure did. Wow. Well, he had a great weekend. That's all he does. All he does is rake. So he, yeah.
That is crazy. Wow. All right. Well, that's huge. Not on this slate, but huge. That's insane. They obviously had to have that. He was just way too good. NATO $5,500. I was saying epitome of the Angels. He has a 31% strikeout rate, a 3% walk rate. He's got a bunch of homers. $5,500 for him. Jacob Wilson's $4,500. We know he keeps hitting and he's home. It's where the power is. I'm like rocked by this Jack call up there. Talk to me about shortstop while I try to gather my thoughts on that.
You could play a lot of this. Ellie, Lindor looks good. NATO is fine. I think Mookie said he's a couple days away.
Broke a toe on a dresser? Like,
it could be in the dark. Could be Monday, could be Tuesday. Who knows? Jacob Wilson, I mean, just hits, dude. I don't know. He had
dude,
4 hits
he
again on
4
Sunday.
more hits?
Yeah, 4 more hits. I saw he had a rare 2 strikeout game over the weekend too. That was crazy. I don't know what's more crazy: 4-hit game or 2 strikeouts for for not Jack Wilson. That's his dad. Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson. Yeah.
You can play any of those guys. You can't play Adames. He's terrible. And finally, just like beyond suggesting him, I'm sure he'll homer. Correa is really interesting because he's been super good since basically since like returning from this last injury. And I think the main thing has been the power for Correa. Not that that Luis Severino has really seeded like many, like he has not allowed a lot of home runs, but I'd be interested in Correa this whole series just from a power standpoint with this ballpark. So I like Correa quite a bit at this price, and I suspect Minnesota is probably a pretty popular offense here.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, the Severino road splits, or home splits rather, are so bad. And I like the Correa call there as well. Trevor Story woke up a little bit over the weekend. Homered, 5 RBIs against Atlanta. Someone had a stat that he hasn't homered on a fastball yet. He's only been homering on like soft pitches, and Anderson isn't exactly known as a flamethrower. So this could be a spot for Trevor Story here at $3,300 to keep it going in Boston. So I don't mind that at 33. Anything else for you?
No.
Okay. Hilarious. Someone in our league is just adding Carlos Correa live on the show. Ohtani.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this? A move happening while we're on there? And you drop Caballero, who's been like one of the hottest shortstops in the league. So Ohtani's up there. You got Buxton. Talk about power in this ballpark at $5,900. Soto, May, Hernandez, Jackson Merrill, 51, Duran, 5K. Any issues with anybody? I guess not. Tatis has the hardest matchup of the group, I guess.
Yeah, he only hits righties, so you can just you can one off Tatis. No, I have no objection to like anything up here.
All right. Trout's back. He's 49. Get the Red Sox combo. Riley Green against Cannon at $4,800. Again, I think the Detroit lineup
That's a good
here
one.
could be a bit appealing. Same thing with sort of this Milwaukee-Cincinnati game. I think you could probably stack this one. Singer looked good in his last start. We talked about that. They were in Kansas City, I think it was.
Yep.
Back home, though. Don't like Singer as much in his own ballpark. So you have that. Wallner's back in that lineup for Minnesota. Talking about liking the Twins, 45 for him. Thoughts on the rest of the sort of this mid-range, I guess, in the 4K tier?
I'd love to play Yelich if he plays. I mean, the X-rays came back negative. So we'll see if he's in the lineup. If he is, that's great. The power's back. Brent Rooker, even though we like Joe Ryan, I mean, Brent Rooker is stupidly priced. $4,400 for Brent Rooker is a terrible price point. So for like he is $5,000+ player, I'm more than okay with one-offing Rooker or just playing like a 2-man Rooker Wilson. You can play Taylor Ward just for the power.
Yeah.
Same thing with Carpenter, 4,200. Andy Pajes keeps homering. He homered on Sunday again. Good player, apparently. Jake
Brett
Fraley.
Snyder, 4K.
I mean, dude, Brett Snyder is great. Great.
Yeah, 3 homers his last 10 games, 300 with 1,000 OPS, because it's pretty much only lefties that he's starting in the lineup against. So
Yep. I didn't mention Heliot, 4,500. I would absolutely play Heliot Ramos too. He had, he decided to just steal a couple bases on Sunday. He's like, yeah,
I can do this. Yeah, I can do this too, by the way.
I'm going to steal. I'm going to hit get on base 3 times and steal 2 bases. He is hitting righties as well as he hit lefties last year. So Stephen Kolek, good luck. That's probably it. Ha-Seong Kim, if he's in the lineup. I mean, I don't know how he doesn't play every day. But the Dodgers just have 1,000 players, so
dude, he's still hitting 400.
Yeah, I mean he's. I don't know how they don't play him, but he's also live to have 2 at bats and get pinch hit for, and he's probably gonna be low owned because like Brendan Nimmo's 3,600 and gonna hit second for the Mets.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna be like a popular option, but yeah.
Anything else for value here?
Talkman.
Sure.
It's been great.
30 for $200. Can play Castro down here. They have Wenzel back?
Yeah, they do have Wenzel back. Benny Biceps.
They keep getting better. Yeah.
Matos homered on Sunday.
Isaac Collins is bad, but he could be in the lineup. All right. Let's get a lineup going. I think we're double spending up here, aren't we?
Denzel Clark, if you're playing
sure.
A's, he had a good weekend on in Toronto.
Which 2 are we using?
Doesn't matter. Hey, pick out of a hat.
Flaherty Webb. We'll save the spend ups there. Like Narvaez. What do we?
Willie Castro, 32.
Yeah, Castro. Out here, obviously Ref Snyder, 4K, third base. Didn't we have a value that we like somewhere?
Didn't we have a value? I mean, the Red Sox kid at second, Eaton.
Oh yeah,
or at third. I mean,
do we think he plays? I guess we don't know, right?
I'd assume he plays, but because how many lefties the Red Sox have, but I don't.
Well, we're doing a core lineup anyway. So Flaherty Webb, Narvaez, Castro, Eaton, and Ref Snyder will stick with a core build here. As usual, you can get in our Discord. Links in the description of the show. And we will post a completed example lineup for you guys. If you're tuning in and wondering why we're not completing the lineup, well, last week plus now, we had our show taken down speculating. It's because we've been doing a full lineup. That's what we were kind of giving us some feedback. So core plays, full lineups in our Discord. Join the Discord, get the full lineup. We'll be back live at 5 to break it all down for you guys once again. We'll catch you later.